Down the numbers, our political analyst and state political columnist for the New York Post, Fred Dicker, joining us from Albany as usual. And so, I don't know, is this really a mixed bag? I mean, the governor's still sitting pretty, but he probably wishes he were doing a little bit better among those who at one time, well, okay, among men, yeah.
He's doing fine amongst women. I mean, it's an amazing gender gap, 32 points amongst women. And look at listen to this figure, amongst men, he's leading, but only with 44% of the vote to 39% against him. I mean, it's a massive gender gap. And if you step back a little bit, Liz, this isn't great news for the governor. It's good news. He's obviously ahead. But with all the money he's had outspending Astorino 20-1, with the ability to use his incumbency to project himself, with all that money for the startup New York ads, $140 million, which boost him, he's only at 51%. That suggests he could wind up winning, if he wins, as a minority governor, because there are still a lot of undecideds, more than 10%. There's no question that some of those are going to Astorino, and the general sense is that people have made up their minds about a well-known incumbent like Andrew Cuomo, so it could very well be that Astorino is going to get the better of the remaining votes and may even pull a few away from Cuomo. So there are at least some glimmers of hope for the Astorino people here. It's surprising, frankly, in a state that's 2-1 Democratic, that Andrew Cuomo is only at 51%.
When you were talking about the men, I started to wonder, and I don't want to sound sexist about this, because I'm sure there are women that also have strong feelings about the SAFE Act, but do you think that that in some way is playing a role here?
Without a doubt. I think that is a factor. There may be others as well. The anti-gun ownership or increased restrictions on gun ownership generally affect men more than women. We know that. But there may be other reasons. We don't know the methodology fully of the poll. We don't know the regional breakdown. But that kind of gender gap, by the way, just importantly, points to why the Democrats are always talking about Republican war on women, or why they're always emphasizing abortion rights. They know that really resonates with women voters. This poll shows it does resonate with women voters. Whether it's accurate or not is another matter, but that's why just this past weekend, the Women's Equality Tour, the Democrats know they have a huge base in women voters, and they're trying to keep that with them.
Interesting point. All right, Fred, thank you very much. And, of course, we'll be talking about there'll be many more polls before this is over, and Fred will be along to explain them for us or give us his take on them. He also is on the radio live from the state capitol every weekday morning, 10 to 11 on Talk 1300 AM.